I do have a fact.
We'll run that then. Let me hear it.
It has to do with the draft. Has to do with tomorrow. Has to do with early in the draft, actually.
Oh, okay.
I think you'd like this. I don't know if you saw this story. Will Levis's odds for being the number 1 overall pick went crazy, all because of a Reddit post. Did you see this?
I heard about it, but I didn't follow exactly like all the details. But I did hear that though.
So here's what happened. Reddit thread, and I believe it's in like a gambling Reddit subreddit or whatever you want to call it. There's a guy called Sales Agreeable 2834 who claimed the Panthers had told Levis he would be getting selected first overall. The odds market saw an unbelievable shift towards the Kentucky quarterback who dropped from 50 to 1 to plus 500 to go first overall. So 50 to 1, I believe that's plus 5,000.
Yes.
So going from plus 5,000 to plus 500.
That's
to go first overall.
That's insane.
Yeah. Since then, the market has stabilized and Levis has moved back to plus 1,000. But this Reddit thread moved the market and likely lost the general gambling population huge sums of money. Because I don't think necessarily these betting apps think that Levis is going to go 1. But if all the money goes there, you have to start canceling it out.
Yeah. Because otherwise, it's going to be some issues.
Right.
I would agree.
Yeah, then the books are going to lose a ton of money.
And the books don't want to lose. The books definitely don't want to do that.
That would be crazy, though. I don't think there's been any buzz about him. No,
in fact,
just a random Reddit post can mean that much.
I feel like it's the opposite because I did just see where the Panthers, I think it was their GM, he was talking about how it's essentially going to be Bryce Young because they were saying how they have like a plan in place to get him bigger naturally as he grows up with this. They got a nutrition program. And they were like, Alabama has it as well, but that's college. This is the pros. So it was like he was really going in depth about how everything's going to work out with Bryce Young. And I was like, yeah, that does not sound like a guy that's considering any other quarterback outside of Bryce Young right now.
He was hands down the favorite.
Yeah.
Just like last week. Yeah. He was head and shoulders above anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't really feel like there was too much buzz around. There wasn't really much buzz around any of these dudes, I felt like, as a lock throughout this whole process.
Correct. And that was why even when Anthony Richardson kind of like shot up the draft boards as well, I think that was part of it because there hasn't really been a true, this is the clear-cut favorite, these are the top 2 prospects. It's like some people love Will Levis and will consider him over C.J. Stroud. Some people consider C.J. Stroud over Bryce Young. Some people say it's Bryce Young over everybody. Then you got the Anthony Richardson people that love his athleticism. Yeah, it is a lot with that right now, man.
This Levis stuff wouldn't have been as surprising if it happened like a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
But it happened literally days before the draft.
48 hours before the draft? I mean, because the story I felt like was over the weekend when I saw it. Like the whole... Yeah, when did that... This was over the weekend, I felt like.
I've seen other reports about Levis that are very positive where it's like he's not making it past the top 4.
Yeah.
Like he's going to go either 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm.
But then I think this happened recently because it looks like all the headlines are saying 22 hours ago, 23 hours ago. That's insane, though, still. Just one random Reddit post. Now they're saying this guy's reputable
like that, man.
On his Reddit thread. I guess people do believe him when he's talking markets or gambling or whatnot, but just to go off what he says like that. I mean, hey, it's between him and TG. He's got Levis. TG's got Richardson as the shocking number 1 overall pick. We'll see who's right.
We're going to see. I'm going to go with Bryce Young, I feel like. I think it's going to be Bryce.
Okay.
Who you rolling?
It's going to be a quarterback.
It's definitely going to be a quarterback.
I can guarantee that.
Which one you think it's going to be? Who are you going with? I'm going Bryce.
What makes you think that? Is it off the ESPN stuff you watched?
Largely, yeah. Okay. Just how he was talking about it.
I don't know if you had any inside source.
No. Other than that, nothing except what the general public has received.
Man. Yeah, Panthers really haven't tipped their hand. I guess you got to give them credit.
They have done an awesome job, bro.
They have not tipped their hand at all. Wow.
I forgot my chapstick. I had to get my chapstick out, man.
There's no stakes or anything on this? Just throwing it out there? I'm going to say, hey, Rich. I'm going to say AR-15. I want it to happen. I really want it to happen. Bryce is minus 2,000 on DraftKings right now. I mean, that's really a lock.
No, it's not a lock. It's not a lock. That's why it's gambling. It's not a lock.
A lot of people feel the same as you then. Minus 2,000.
How you feel?
I don't know what to believe.
Deke.
Kyle Monnier saying, I feel like it's 99% confirmed it's Bryce.
Yeah, I feel like it's Bryce.
What information am I missing out on?
Just, man,
I'm not
the
plugged
way
in.
my man was talking about Bryce, like, he literally broke down this whole plan of why
Who was it?
It was, I feel like it was the GM.
Oh, it was a GM.
Yeah, I feel like it was the GM that was talking. And that's what made me feel like, man, this seems like a foregone conclusion the way he was talking.
Panthers Wire. NFL Insider, Bryce Young will be starting for Panthers week 1.
Like, the way my man was talking, bro, like, he made it seem as if, like, we already have a plan in place. We know the number he's going to wear. We already got this offense that, like, I was like, man, all right. I was really into it.
Panthers, Texans, Raiders reportedly all wanted Bryce Young.
Hmm.
Okay. You know what? I'll agree with you then.
I felt like that was the case, right? I felt like that's what he said. I'm not tripping, right?
No. Everything that I've Googled right now is pointing towards Bryce Young.
Okay.
Panthers have not told Bryce Young he'll be the draft's number 1 pick.
He might not have told it to him.
Right.
But the way that he was talking today, like, literally he broke down the whole nutrition plan of how he's going to gain weight naturally on a good pace and why he's not too small, and ultimately, like, the difference between what he was doing at Bama and how it's going to work in Carolina. It's like he got a whole plan. He was like, yo, like his leadership, I like this and that. Like, he just went on and on and on about it, dude.
All right. I'm with you then. Bryce Young.
Second quarterback off the board then. We could maybe that'll be better. Because that has been wide open. I've seen Richardson, I've seen Levis, I've seen Stroud. Yeah. You're right. The Texans could definitely pass on
trade
one.
back.
Yeah. So who do you think is the second quarterback off the board?
Wow. I mean, if I had to put money on it, I'd just go chalk probably.
Okay.
Young, Stroud,
Yeah.
Richardson, Levis.
Okay.
That's been the top 4, at least that order throughout most of the offseason, right? Yeah, I'd do that.
Because I keep seeing Levis and Richardson kind of flip-flop, but I feel like Stroud and Young have been the top 2 most of the time, just flipping the order.
Yeah, I feel like D'Amico Ryans, so he's coming from the 49ers. This is my perspective from very much afar. He's coming from the Niners, so he got to see that Niners offense work.
Elite quarterback play.
I won't say that. With a nice game manager.
It's super
who's accurate.
Super high-end game manager. Can he be the best of the game?
Knows how to control the game.
He's the best of the game managers,
And I think C.J.
right?
Stroud, after Bryce Young, he might even be better than Bryce Young at doing that.
Yeah.
He's that dude. And I feel like he might want to replicate that 49ers
But he
formula
can't
with the
backflip,
Texans.
though. He can't backflip. We do have
Whereas
to take
Richardson
that
and
into account.
Levis are the high upside guys. They're the Trey Lances. And he also got to see with the 49ers, the Trey Lance type not really work out so far.
But Trey Lance couldn't backflip that we know of. Anthony Richardson could backflip. So that does hold extra weight.
Doesn't matter to me at all.
No, that matters. I've been told that actually, that's a legit fact right there, man.
It's not something that goes into my analysis. I'd probably just do it chalk.
Okay.
3 would be, I think, a toss-up between Levis and Richardson. I could see a trade-up happening. Someone trading with the Cardinals. Either the Colts have to trade up just to ensure another team doesn't
go.
Like the Raiders or the Seahawks or something like that. Or, that's probably what it would be. It's either the Colts have to trade up just to make sure, or another team will trade up at 3. I think definitely all 4 go in the top 5. I don't know if that's a bold prediction or not.
Ooh, you saying in the top
I don't think that's a
5.
bold prediction.
I do. I kind of do. I think all 5 go in the first round. I mean, I think all 4 go in the first round.
Where's Hooker going?
I say second.
That's
That's the one I think has asked for us at 32 in terms of us potentially trading that 32nd pick.
If he's
I
still
feel like
there,
he's
for
the
sure.
one. Yeah, that's the one for me. I'm watching him. I'm like, if he doesn't go in the first, that's the guy we'll end up trading our 32nd pick around.
Who's that 6th guy? Is there a dude from Stanford? Am I off here?
I mean, there is.
I haven't
Was
done
it Tanner? It's like
any
Tanner
quarterback
McKee. I
breakdowns,
think it's
really.
like Tanner McKee or something like
Yeah,
that.
is he one of those guys?
I mean, he's
Second
been
rounder?
mentioned. Yeah, I haven't like watched him like that though.
If a team's really reaching, he might go like 28 or 29.
I'm with you. None of the research I need involves a quarterback going in any round before 5. You know.